A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic move, Saudi Arabia has called for the lifting of sanctions on Syria, following a series of high-profile meetings with top diplomats from the Middle East and Europe. The discussions, which took place in Riyadh, aim to address the future of the war-ravaged nation after the recent overthrow of Bashar al-Assad's regime by Islamist-led rebels. Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan emphasized the need for sanctions relief, stating that the continuation of these measures obstructs the aspirations of the Syrian people for development and reconstruction. This call for action comes as the Gulf Kingdom seeks to amplify its influence in Syria, a strategic move analysts suggest could reshape regional dynamics. The agenda for the talks included a gathering of Arab officials, along with representatives from Turkey, France, the European Union, and the United Nations. Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Shara, who played a pivotal role in the rebellion against Assad, is advocating for the removal of sanctions to facilitate the country's recovery. The Saudi discussions highlight the complex interplay of international relations as Western powers, including the United States and the EU, have long imposed sanctions on Assad's government due to its brutal crackdown on protests that ignited the civil war over a decade ago. The conflict has resulted in over 500,000 deaths, widespread destruction, and the displacement of millions of Syrians, many of whom have sought refuge in Europe. In a recent development, the U.S. Treasury Department announced it would ease enforcement of certain restrictions impacting essential services such as energy and sanitation. However, U.S. officials have indicated that any broader easing of sanctions will depend on tangible progress from Syria's new leadership. European Union's top diplomat, Kaja Kallas, echoed similar sentiments, stating that the bloc could consider lifting sanctions if Syria's new rulers demonstrate commitment to forming an inclusive government that safeguards minority rights. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock emphasized the necessity of a smart approach to sanctions, ensuring that humanitarian aid reaches those in need while maintaining penalties against individuals responsible for war crimes. The United Nations reports that approximately 70% of the Syrian population requires assistance, underscoring the urgency of the situation. Saudi Arabia's recent shift in stance marks a notable change, as the kingdom had previously severed ties with Assad in 2012 and supported his ouster. However, the recent Arab League meeting, which welcomed Assad back into the fold, signifies a potential realignment in regional politics. In addition to advocating for sanctions relief, Saudi Arabia has provided humanitarian assistance to Syria, including food, shelter, and medical supplies. The kingdom is now focused on negotiating long-term support for Syria's recovery efforts. Prince Faisal highlighted the importance of continuing various forms of humanitarian and economic support, as well as building the capacity of the Syrian state to achieve stability and facilitate reconstruction. The ongoing diplomatic efforts signal Saudi Arabia's desire to take a leadership role in coordinating regional support for Syria's recovery. Experts note that while Saudi Arabia approaches the new Syrian administration cautiously compared to Turkey and Qatar, there is an openness to engage with the new leaders in hopes of fostering stability and moderating extremist elements. The outcome of these discussions remains to be seen, but the international community is closely monitoring developments, as they could have far-reaching implications for the future of Syria and the broader Middle East. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.